Erik and Marcus, first of all, welcome to Australia. I think your Aussie fans would love to know how seriously you're taking these games against Victory and Palace, even though they are pre-season, but as a new manager, Erik?
Yeah, you said it already. It is pre-season, but football, you play for to win. So in the end, it's always important winning. But of course, it is pre-season. We have to develop our team. So that is also a really big target for the game.
How close to full strength will you be then tomorrow night?
Our squad. We are full capacity. We have a strong squad. So the fans will be happy.
Erik, Joey Lynch from ESPN and The Guardian down here in Australia. During this tour, you're playing Liverpool, Palace, Villa, opposition you've become very familiar with over the years. Victory, might not see them again for quite some time. Does that change what you can take from the game against Victory, that they are such different opposition?
Sure. We are happy with that game because, what you say, it's a different opposition, and it's always good to play against a different culture, and it will be a different approach. And from Liverpool, Crystal Palace, as a Villa, we know what we can expect. From Victory and Melbourne is different, and I think they play in a good level, and they are second in the league last year, so they will have a strong squad, and I think also the coach is well known, and he's familiar with top sport and with top football. So we're looking forward to this game. It's going to be a good test.
Erik, could you just update us on the fitness of Harry Maguire?
Yes, he is tomorrow available.
Is he going to play half a game, an hour, kind of?
Yeah, we will see. I think he can play half a game.
Erik, Sanford from PA. Just wondering, we obviously saw some signs of what you've been doing on the training ground in the Liverpool game. I'm just wondering what kind of tactics you're looking to employ this season, whether the players are responding the way you wanted, and in terms of the midfield, what you want from the midfield. You spoke about you're looking to improve there. What are you looking from the midfield?
I want in every part of the team, I want proactivity, and that's the most important, that players take initiative on the ball and off the ball, in offense and defense.
Tom Williams, Kick 360. Jurgen Klopp mentioned that his side struggled against your team's man-marking system, particularly in midfield. Could you explain the benefit of implementing this, and do these pre-season games give you the opportunity to refine that sort of structure?
No, I would not say that we play man-marking. On a certain moment we play man-marking, and we want to press. We want to press all day. That I mean with proactive football. And sometimes, and as we can, we do that high, but if not possible, then we have to read it as a team, and we drop lower, but still we want to press. And that has to be the intention all day.
Any questions for Marcus?
G'day, Marcus, Drew Jones from Fox Sports. Just wondering, in Australia, and what you've seen of the Australian League throughout your career and your experience of playing against Australian players previously in the Premier League. Can you tell us about that?
Yeah, it's been an amazing experience. It's not often that we get the opportunity to play against players and teams from Australia, so it's always tough because it's unexpected for us. So we have to approach the game with the right mentality, the right mindset, and like the boss said, we have to try and win the game. So yeah, hopefully we do that.
G'day Marcus, Andrew from 7 News. You probably might have heard of the MCG during an Ashes Boxing Day test. Do you know much about sort of the MCG in Melbourne in terms of the sporting nature of the city and how much we love our sport? And what are your thoughts going to be when you walk out onto the MCG with 60,000, 70,000?
Yeah, we spoke a little bit about it before. I think it's going to be an amazing experience, and like I said, it's a massive opportunity for us to perform against a team that we don't really know much about. So it's going to be unexpected to us, and also perform in front of fans that we don't get the opportunity to do so in throughout the season. So all the players are looking forward to it, and hopefully we give a good account of ourselves.
Just a quick follow-up. Do you get to soak in these matches, because it is something different throughout the grind of a Premier League season, and obviously you're here to do a job, but do you sort of get to enjoy these trips and get to see much, and how do you approach that other than obviously getting things right on the field?
Yeah, I think that's a massive part of it. When you're travelling a lot and training hard, and the game at the end is sort of the thing that you're looking forward to. So I think it's definitely something to enjoy, and we can always take these experiences that we get from different places around the world and implement it in our games, and I think it'll be a big positive for us.
Thank you. Cheers.
Adam McCoy, question for Erik. The Anfield got a lot of praise after the game against Liverpool the other day. I was just wondering what you made of his ability and potential since you've arrived at the club, and what you think of the academy talent that are available. There's also a lot of talk about signings, but we've got a lot of talented players that are doing that.
I said before already, I think Manchester United has a huge potential and really good players, and we have experienced players, but also a lot of young guys, young boys who have a lot of potential now to get the potential out, and therefore we have to work really hard. And Man United is famous about it. Marcus Rashford is one. I think it's a symbol of the academy of Manchester United, and there will coming more talents after.
Marcus, Tom Smithers from the A-League. A lot has been written about your form over the last year for the club and country. You've got a new manager. What can Erik do for you as a footballer?
I think we can do a lot together. For me, it's a fresh start and something I'm looking forward to. I think the first two and a half weeks of training have been good. We've improved a lot. We're a lot fitter than we was last season, and also we're making mistakes along the way, so we have a lot of room for improvement. So I'm in a good place right now, and I'm just looking forward to getting more games under my belt and get ready for the season.
Erik, Tom Maddox from the ABC. Will you have much opportunity to see Melbourne or any parts of Victoria, and what might your impressions be?
We are not in the position till now to see so much. We came down here, and we were in the hotel. We were here, and it was a long journey out of Thailand. So, but what we see, a small, fantastic city, and you see and you smell the sports culture.
Erik, Nick Devine, the NCA Newswire. Donny van der Beek coming back this season, obviously quite familiar with working with him. Where do you see him best fitting in? Do you see him playing a bit deeper as one of the two, or can you see him playing a bit further up as maybe more of a 10 this season?
He can do both, and I know that from the past, but his best position, that is his capabilities in the box of the opponent. So playing short behind the striker, he has a really good smell for being in the right position.
Question for Marcus. Just obviously nobody at Manchester United had a good year last year, but how have you got yourself out of the down moments, the difficult times? How have you overcome these challenges to get back to this fresh start?
Yeah, I think it's been a bit unnatural for me to have such a long break in the summer. I think I had just under 4 weeks, so I had a long break physically and mentally as well. So it's an opportunity to refresh and get ready to go again, and it's always the case with a new season, whether you win or lose. So I just use that opportunity to do what I've always done and just refocus.
I was going to say, last summer you obviously had the disruption of the tournament and then the surgery. How much do you think you'll benefit from having a full pre-season? Yeah,
massively. This is my, I think, first year where I've been with the team from the beginning. And to be honest, I already feel a lot better than usually when you go internationals and you come back, midway through the pre-season. So yeah, like I said, it's important for me to get a fresh start, and I've been given that opportunity. So yeah, I feel fresh and feel ready.
Marcus, this coming game is also the first game of Melbourne Victory's pre-season, which means we might see a few of their youngsters, a few of their kids play, a lot of whom will have grown up idolising Man United and even idolising yourself. Is that something that you're aware of when you're playing in these games, that some of these kids grew up, you know, with your poster on their wall?
I think, you know, for a player and me as an individual, it's just about doing your work on the pitch. You know, we've got a lot of things to work on and a lot of messages that we need to follow. So it's about being focused and, you know, trying to give the best version of yourself on match day. And you know, whether or not that comes, it's something to build on and improve on. So we're going to use our time as a whole on pre-season to get to the best version of each other individually and as a team. And yeah, if we do that, then we'll be ready to start the season.
Hi, Steph from Channel 10. It was touched on a little bit by Erik, but Marcus, I know I'm sure you haven't had much downtime yet, but is there anything that you're looking forward to doing when you're in Melbourne or Australia in general?
You know, to be honest, training's been tough, so a lot of our downtime is a lot of rest and recovery. And you know, that's the life that we live, and you know, you learn to enjoy it. There's a bit of banter in the hotel and stuff like that. So everyone's really focused, and when we have time to enjoy ourselves, we will do.
Will you have time to try a two-tan?
I don't know yet. It's up to him.
Marcus, just in terms of your form, you obviously generated a lot of positive headlines throughout your career, and maybe the last 12 months is the first negative stuff you've had to deal with. Has that affected your confidence, or how have people around you supported you? Because clearly you have all the ability, it's just bringing it out of yourself, really.
Yeah, I think for me, I always say to myself, it's a lot easier to make mistakes in a team that's winning. So it's like the last game we won against Liverpool, but we made a lot of mistakes. So it gives us, you know, a huge space for improvement. And individually, it's the same thing. If you're making mistakes in a winning team, it's a lot easier to you know, come back and improve. When you're losing, it's difficult because, you know, we're all sportsmen. We don't like to lose, so you know, we have to just refocus and try our best to win the next game.
Is it just kind of the whole negativity surrounding the entire club last year sucks everything into it almost?
I mean, it's part of it, but it's not an excuse. You know, it's a big club that we play for, and we're expected to win as we should do. So we just have to work really hard to improve, and you know, next season's the first game of the season's the first opportunity that we have. So we do all this hard work now and try and win as many games as we can in pre-season, and then when it comes to the first game of the season, we're ready to give everything.
Flex from United for Erik. James Sancho looked really comfortable against Liverpool, expressing himself on the ball. Is that something that you were expecting from the front line, and him in particular? And we saw him play from the right-hand side as well. Are you looking to see him deployed from there?
I was really happy to see. I think we have a good left side, but I think you see against Liverpool that we always also have a threat over the right side, and it was really good to see it because you want to have weapons, and when you have only over one side, it's quite predictable. So we want that develop over two sides, and of course also in the middle. So we have to come from everywhere.
Did Bailly's performance surprise you, and does that give you a bit of a headache, considering we're looking to more defenders?
Who?
Erik Bailly's performance?
Oh, no, it doesn't give a headache. I'm happy. We need a full squad. There's coming a season with a lot of games. In the middle there's a World Cup. So we need really a full squad with a lot of competition also between the players, so that they get each other sharp, and so we push each other to a higher level.
Last question. Erik, Australian fans obviously would love to have seen Cristiano Ronaldo play on this tour. Are you able to give us an update on how he's going, and are you hopeful he'll be back at the club and playing this season?
Now we made a statement, and there's nothing changed.
Okay. Thanks very much. Look forward to the end tomorrow.